Hello, this is Bill Webb, aka Billy Indiana. Today I'm going to do another Kickstarter unboxing. This time it's for the Garphill Games Legacy of You. I haven't backed very many Garphill games in the past. I've played quite a few and own a few, but this is the first one I think I backed through their Kickstarter program. There were just a few interesting promos for this one, Raiders of Scythia and Hadrian's Wall, that I decided I would just go for it. And so we're going to take a look at what's inside this Kickstarter edition of Legacy of You. So here, of course, is the feature Legacy of You, a game by Shem Phillips, and I think it's art by Sam McDonald, if I remember correctly. And I think in this Ancient Civilization series or something like that, there's the Hadrian's Wall, Raiders of Scythia, and Legacy of You. And so far, those are the games I've enjoyed the most of the Garphill games I've played. Haven't played this one obviously yet, but so that's the reason I wanted to back this one and get these little promos. This one I won't go through. Well, I guess there's only a few here. I can take a quick look at them. These are the promos, I think. Yeah, Raiders of Scythia here, it looks like. So just a few cards here that came with this one as promotional material. And then these are for Hadrian's Wall, I believe. Looks like. Ooh, sticky stuff. We've got some different characters here. Actors. Promo rules. So there we go. Guess I could show the other side of these for Raiders of Scythia. Just have all the same back. All right, so those are some cool promos. Again, part of the reason that I was interested in backing this one when I have it. I've bought several other Garphill games and played quite a few. Not as many as some people, but I need to play Paladin still. That's one that I'd like to play that I haven't gotten around to. And then these are the Legacy of You cards, I believe, here, the promos. So interesting. The art's really pretty. I know a lot of people love art by the Miko. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways, and I can never remember which one's correct. But his art's great. It's an endless winner in all the West Kingdom games, and I think perhaps in all of the South Tigris and North games too. Let's see. This promo rules. This promo provides 3 ways of increasing the difficulty of Legacy of You. From what I've heard, increasing the difficulty isn't necessary. So, yeah. So these are different cards. Promo rules. So we've got a couple there to explain how to do it. All right. Well, let's take a look at what's inside this box. 1 to 4 players, ages 12 and up, 60 minutes. We've got the vertical art on that side, vertical art on that side, and then horizontal art there. Here we can see on the back, Legacy U is a solo-only, fully resettable, non-linear campaign. There we go. In which you get to step into the role of a legendary hero of the Jia dynasty, You the Great. It will be your job to build the canals ahead of the impending flood, while also defending your growing settlement against neighboring barbarian tribes. With each game, stories will be shared and new gameplay elements added. The campaign features a self-balancing system which adapts to how well you're doing. The campaign ends once you either win or lose 7 games. During the reign of Emperor Yao, the people of ancient China were constantly plagued by deadly floods along the Yellow River. Eager to put an end to the devastation, Yao selected Gun, one of his officials, to devise a plan. After 9 years of failed attempts using dams and dikes, Gun's employment came to a questionable end. After his passing, Yu inherited his father's work. Learning from Gun's failures, Yu set out to construct a series of canals to direct the surging river into nearby fields and smaller waterways. All right, so we got a components list here. Let's take a look at what's inside. Now, being a legacy campaign style game, I don't think I'll go through the cards because I don't want to spoil anything unintentionally. We can see the rule book here, list of the components initially, campaign setup, round structure and the harvest part of the rounds, I assume, taking actions, explanation, more on taking actions, return barge and suffer attacks. Refresh card row, end the game. And then we've got a nice iconography chart on the back. Now, I don't typically play a bunch of solo games. Very seldom actually. And so here's a storybook. I'm not going to reveal much there. Open only when instructed to. So nice little book. But I'm curious as to whether this might play either solo or cooperative, maybe just with my wife and I, just the two of us. We've got a punch board here with some different baskets of food. Nice thick cardboard. And then looks like some sort of shells or something here. All right, and then here looks like the game board. There we go. And let's see, what else do we have in here? We've got wooden components. It's a pretty interesting, clear insert. That's kind of cool. So it shows you got the story deck, townsfolk cards, barbarian cards, Hudson Canals, other setup cards, victory, defeat cards, history, and then shows you where kind of all the pieces go. And we can at least sort those pieces out. That looks pretty easy to do here while we're checking this out. So we've got our boats and people and waves. Looks like those maybe go here. Looks like the houses go up there. So we've got these houses. I like this clear design. That's pretty interesting. And then looks like the people go in here with the waves and the boat. So this is a pretty simple boxing slash reboxing all in one here. Very nicely organized. It's really great when you get an opportunity to see clearly how to sort everything out. I won't do it with all the cards, but sorry, those are on the side. I was doing a organization of another game yesterday that took a lot of effort to try to figure out where it goes, where things are supposed to go. So interesting that these are, maybe just because of the way they have to sit on the board or be used. Interesting they chose to go with cardboard for these. I imagine there's some sort of gameplay reason that they did that rather than just making these wooden as well. Yeah, this is one of the easiest reboxing scenarios I've ever had. Now, I won't go through all the cards because, like I said, I don't know what might be spoiling things, and so we'll just leave those packed for now. But it is pretty cool that there's a clear explanation for where everything goes. Yeah, with our storybook, game board, and oh, dropped one there. And yeah, rulebook. So very nice. Looking forward to trying this out, adding in those promo cards, and giving it a shot. I'll probably try it once solo just to make sure I understand how it works and to see if it might be something that would be fun to do with one other person, sort of talk through the strategies. It's not any kind of real-time thing, I don't believe, so you won't have to like rush through anything. We can just have some conversation about what we think's best. So curious to see if that'll work. If you've played Legacy of You already, let me know down in the comments if you think that would feel weird to play with just two people and doing it together, or if you think that would be something that would fit well for the way this game plays. If you haven't played it and you have questions, leave those down below, and as soon as I have a chance to play, I'll get back with you and answer those questions. If you've played it, let me know what you like about the game too, or what things kind of held you up. I watched a couple videos and I've heard a lot of people say it's pretty tough, so anxious to try it out. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up down below, and it'd be terrific if you'd also choose to subscribe to the channel. As always, thanks for watching. This is Billy, Indiana, signing off.